Ho ho ho! Do you have a friend who's a big Ducati fan and you don't know what to get him for Christmas? No worries, I am the Desmo Santa and I'm here to give you a rundown of top-notch presents for true Ducatisti. Let's begin with something affordable, like this Ducati 999 picture frame. It's handmade, it's not perfect in every way, but it's a really nice and charming way to frame your memories, like this one of me riding motocross in Iran. Now, one piece of advice though, if you do motocross, don't do it with protective gear from somebody else that's held together by a nappy pin. Speaking of nice pictures, there is a beautiful book called The Art of Ducati by Falloon and James Mann. It contains stunning photography of Ducati motorcycles between 1960 and 2013. I think it's the most beautiful book on Ducati you will find right now, and it's a wonderful way to kick back on a wintry afternoon and just drink in the eye candy. But why look at pictures of other people's bikes when you can have some of your own? Just hire yourself a photographer or a very talented friend with a knack for motorcycle pictures and get yourself and your precious photographed properly. Then you can put the pictures on Facebook or Instagram, or like me, in a slideshow on YouTube. If you do that, however, remember to use license-free music, otherwise your video will get muted just like mine. One thing you should definitely not miss is a pilgrimage to the holy place itself, the Ducati Museum and Factory in Bologna in Italy. Now, Bologna itself is worth a visit, and if you should get bored at the Ducati Museum, which I think is unlikely, you can just go to Modena for Ferrari or to Santa Cata Bolognese for Lamborghini. If you're a petrolhead of any sort, believe me, this will blow your mind. And the good thing in these strange times, you can also visit the Ducati Museum online. What's even better than looking at some race bikes standing still? Seeing them live on track in action. So get yourself some tickets to the World Superbike or MotoGP Championship. There's really nothing like seeing these bikes fly by you at 300 kilometers an hour and looking at the insane lean angles these riders do. You think you've seen it on television? You have to check it out in reality. And while you're there, get yourself some pit walk tickets too and meet your heroes in person. And now we're getting to the really interesting stuff. One thing a Ducatista will love more than pretty much anything else is a part for his bike. Like this carbon fiber dry clutch cover for Ducati 998. Actually, calling this thing a cover is like calling a G-string a pair of jeans. But much like the string, this cover reveals some rather eye-popping details. What also works really well is getting some motorcycle gear. And while you're doing that, why not go for a real race replica like this 2016 Andrea Dovizioso MotoGP helmet. If you're getting something like that, however, please don't do it like me and buy it full of enthusiasm at a motorcycle fair when you could have got it for 50 euros less online later. One of the greatest experiences you can have as a Ducatista is riding a Ducati Superbike on track. Ducati Riding Experience is offering such events from beginner level to master throughout the year. Now I was really lucky to take part in such an event in Bahrain on the actual Formula 1 track, riding on our actual floodlights. And I learned that you cannot just meet people like 125 and 250cc world champion Mann. You can also learn that they have leather couches and espresso machines in the pit lane. How Italian is that? We're getting close to the top spot now. And I ask you, how do you bring your passion for Ducati together with the trend towards electric vehicles? Well, Ducati has an answer to that, which strangely enough is named after the Soviet fighter plane. It is called the MiG, and it's an e-mountain bike with a top frame, Fox suspension and other top-tier components. This is definitely not a marketing gag, but one of the best e-mountain bikes I have ever ridden. And the good thing for us, it will keep you in shape while your bike is tucked away for the winter. The number one present that you can make a real Ducati fan is a subscription to my channel. Now come on, as if you didn't see that coming. It's full of Ducati stuff from the mighty 916 to the little Panigale, and best of all, it's free. So just take a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you enjoy. That was my list of top-notch presents for true Ducatisti. Did you find anything you like? Or do you have other ideas? Just write me in the comments. And now, I wish you all a very Ducati Christmas and happy holidays. Ho ho ho! Desmo Santa out. But why look at pictures? But why look at pictures of other people's bikes when you can have some on your own, of your own? But why look at pictures? But why? You're making a face. Don't make a face. I see the light. Wait. The Ducati factory and museum, which of course is seated at 300 kilometers an hour and doing the insane lean out. There's nothing like it. Damn it. Full of enthusiasm at a motorcycle fair when you could have got it for when you could have got it for 50 euros later. Less. Why not go for a real race replica like this 2006? And I was lucky enough to be able to take part in an event in Bahrain. Yes, on the actual Ducati Riding Experience is offering lots of such events throughout. I forget it again.